Welcome to the Loner Ranger Radio Show. My name is Bruce Woodburn, and I'm the Loner Ranger here on beautiful radio station WDBO. It's a wonderful Sunday morning, I should say. And you know what? It's been so much fun being on the air with you guys. It just makes me so happy to hear from you. Get calls from you and let me know how your experience has been in buying real estate or selling real estate. Maybe an issue you had on a mortgage or maybe just a question that you might have. And I want you to know that the Loner Ranger is always here to help you, always here to help you. Even if I didn't do your mortgage and you had a question on it, you can call me. I'll help you with it. There's no problem. You're not going to get a sales pitch over here. You can call me at 407-706-3313. There's several things that are going on right now in the market that I think really deserve some attention. So one of the things that we all see is what is going on with the real estate market. Is it starting to really pull back a little bit? Are we starting to see a bit of a shift? And what does that mean for us? And how should we strategize to take advantage of shifts? Because here's the thing, you guys, the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. And that'll continue to happen throughout time. There's nothing we can do unless we were to turn into some type of a communist state. The rich will get richer and the poor will get poorer. Now, even in a communist state, that happens as well. You guys know that, right? But let's put that silliness aside. And let's talk about how to take advantage of a market. So let's digress for just a second. We've had incredibly low interest rates for 2.5 years, much longer than we would. Matter of fact, even longer than that, but 2.5 years in these incredibly low interest rates. And it's really amazing to me to see that there are still some people that have not gotten into the market. And when I say gotten into the market, you have not refinanced and you should have refinanced, or you have not purchased a home and you're still renting. So let's break this down into two sections. Let's talk about people that are currently renting right now. So, and I just want to put this in perspective for you. So if you're renting right now, and let's just say that you're paying $1,500 a month per rent. That's about an average rent. And some of you may be paying $800, $1,300, $2,300. Let's just say $1,500, because in the Central Florida area, that's an average. I think it's actually $1,535. And let's just say that you've been there for 5 years. Okay. And you may say, well, I wasn't paying $1,500 5 years ago. Okay. Yeah. You were paying $1,250. Either way, you've paid your landlord $90,000. $90,000 in the last 5 years. Now, that may not be you. You may be out mowing the yard, working around the workshop, doing the laundry, vacuuming the house, cleaning the house, but you know somebody. You have an adult child or grandchild that is in that situation. You look at them right now and you're like, yeah, you're renting. And you know that there's no future in renting. So we can help those folks, because let's just put this in perspective. So right now, your average purchase price is hovering right at, when I say average, it's not actually average, that's incorrect. Your median price is right around $300,000, $290 something and change. And many of you may say, hey, Bruce, it's hard to even find a house for $300 right now. Yep, you're right. It is. But let's just say your median price is $300,000. Now, what was that median price 5 years ago? 5 years ago, that median price was about $227. So if in 5 years you're at $300 right now and you would have paid $227, then you would have made $73,000 at least in 5 years on that house. Now, I can tell you this much. My son, back a year ago, June, bought a home for $245,000. It's already worth $300,000. So his went up almost $50,000 in 1 year. I'm telling you, $73,000 in 5 years. So am I being conservative? Ultra conservative. Ultra conservative. But you went from spending $90,000 to making $73,000. Which is better for you? Which do you prefer, spending 90 or making 73? And the great news about the people that made the money in equity is that it's really hidden savings. You can't spend it. You're getting rich and you don't even know it. Isn't that a wonderful feeling? Somebody actually is putting money into your equity account, and it's you. Every time you make a mortgage payment, you're depositing money into your equity account. Let me show you how to do that. You could be a first-time home buyer. You know I got 0 down payment loans available. I have 0 down payment USDA, VA loans, no money down, FHA 3.5% down, conventional loans with 3% down. It's like there's no excuse not to get in the market right now. And if you're an adult parent or adult grandparent with adult children or adult grandchildren, that's a lot to say, then let's help them together. Look, you're going to leave them money someday anyway. You're going to leave them a will with some money. And you know what they're going to do? They're going to go out and buy a new truck. They're going to buy a Harley Davidson. They're going to buy an 80-inch screen TV, maybe even a George Foreman grill. I don't know what they're going to buy, but it's not going to be something that's going to be everlasting. So share with them how you can make money and retire with money in real estate. It's the easiest thing to do. It's like you have to spend the money to live somewhere anyway. Why would I be paying my landlord when I can be paying myself? It makes no sense. There is no such thing as a rich renter. They don't exist. Find somebody and call me and let me know. I'll give you my personal cell phone number. It's 407-706-3313. I want you to tell me somebody that's a wealthy renter that's rented their whole life. Now, don't call me and say, my Aunt Betty's a renter right now, but she's owned 5 homes in the past. That's not what I mean. She got rich by owning homes. She got rich by saving money in a 401k. And here's another thing. Don't get me wrong. I'm about diversification of assets. Very much diversified. Stocks, bonds, mutual funds, real estate. Stocks, bonds, mutual funds, real estate. Okay? That's how you're going to make money. Diversification. But you got to be in the real estate game because you're going to pay somewhere to live anyway. Why not pay yourself? That's buying real estate. 407-706-3313. If you know somebody that's renting, I want you to call them and say, I want to help you. I'm going to connect you with the loan arranger. Bruce has been in the business for 30 plus years. He's closed over 10,000 transactions. He's been in the same location for 20 years. His service level is over the top. He cares about his customers deeply. He cares that he's always guiding you in the right direction. And I want you to call my friend Bruce, the loan arranger, at 407-706-3313. Kind of weird me talking to me about me in the third person. But you know what? It's my show. I can do whatever I want. Yes, I'm a little cuckoo. There's no question about it. But I'm also cuckoo to help you and your family amass wealth in real estate. Or at least, even if you're not going to get rich in real estate, let's at least stop paying the landlord. And heck, look I'm a landlord. I got rental properties. I love the fact that there's people out there that'll never buy. They're never going to be responsible enough to be a homeowner. They're always going to be renting. There's a population of those people. Believe it or not, the population of those people is like under 40%. Did you know that 61% of American households own real estate? I didn't realize that. That's a huge number. So getting back on track, let's help more people become homeowners. It's not that difficult. There's a way and a path for all of you. All you have to do is take the steps and call me. Anybody on my team is going to be able to help you, and I return phone calls. You just call me at 407-706-3313. Ask for the loan arranger. Now let's talk about all the folks that could save money that already own a home. So there are reasons not to refinance. And here's one of the reasons not to refinance. And how often do you hear a mortgage guy say, don't refinance? Like nobody on TV tells you that, do they? They don't go, I'm the loan depot. Don't refinance. No, refinance. And everybody's screaming refinance. I'm just telling you, there's a portion of you that should not refinance. And I see you refinancing with the big companies because they have very convincing commercials. The Rocket does, the Loan Depot does, even the RPs do. And they have these commercials designed to make it look like you're being a fool if you don't do something right now. But I have a test. And if you don't meet the test, I tell you don't do anything. Now, if you want to turn around and call somebody else and do it, that's fine. You can do that. You can do it. But I'm seeing you shop somewhere else and then send me the estimates. And I'm like, that is not a good deal. Why did you think that was a good deal? You can count on me to help walk you through the process. I'm a direct lender. I'm in all 50 states. CrossCountry is like 7th largest lender in the country. They're not small, but they're not huge. And I run this as a family-owned business so that you can benefit from a great level of service from my team and I. That's why I'm here. Go to WeBringYouHome.com. That's WeBringYouHome.com. That's my website. Easy to remember. Stop the car, stop the lawnmower, put the vacuum cleaner down, write this down. 407-706-3313 and WeBringYouHome.com. Now, I want you to help me find the next person that we can help together. Now, when I say that, that means I'm going to help them with a mortgage. And if you're going to refinance, here's the reasons not to refinance. You're not pulling money out to do anything beneficial, or your reduction in payment versus the cost of the refinance is greater than 36 months. Now, that may be a headbanger to many of you, but I run the number and I go, hey, John, you know what? Just pay an extra $50 a month. You're going to be fine. You don't need to refinance. I don't know. I went to the other company. They told me it was a good idea to refinance. I'm just telling you, why would I turn business down when I make a living off of doing mortgages? You just got to have somebody that you can count on for the truth. That's all. 407-706-3313. Now, here's the reasons to refinance. Before I get into that, I was reading an article that I shared with you last week that said that 81% of American households that will qualify and benefit from a refinance have not refinanced yet. That's probably you. That's probably you. If you own a home and your interest rate is in the 4s or greater, you probably should refinance. Okay? Many of you haven't done so yet. I know you're busy. Time just gets ahead of you. I haven't had time. I don't want to pull out the pay stubs and the W-2s or the tax returns and the divorce decree or the whatever it is that a mortgage lender is going to need. You know what? My team's here to help you walk through that process. My system is so doggone easy for you to apply on a loan, I can even do it. And I'm basically computer illiterate. Okay? I can do it. It's WeBringYouHome.com. Apply now. What's your name? I know what my name is. What's your date of birth? What's your social? What's your address? What do you want to do? Buy or refinance? It walks you through it. It's like so stupid easy that anybody could do it, including me. WeBringYouHome.com. Now, you want to pull money out to consolidate debt? Then let's look at consolidating the debt. All right, we're going to consolidate debt, and we're going to take the money that we're saving from all the debt that we're paying, and now we're going to apply it toward a mortgage. So now we have no debt and no mortgage payment. How would you like that? How would you like to retire completely debt-free? Wouldn't that be awesome? Retiring with no debt at all. Imagine how much money you would save right now if you didn't have a car payment, a boat payment, a Harley payment, a credit card payment, student loan debt. I mean, you add it all up. You can't save money. The reason you don't get ahead is you have too much debt. Let's get rid of the debt and let's start saving money and build equity. It's that easy. So not only do I show you how to get into debt, now I show you how to get out of debt. A mortgage is actually the best financial tool to manage your money. It's an amazing tool, and you all have it available. And then you got me, the loan arranger, to guide you through that process. 407-706-3313, 407-706-3313, or WeBringYouHome.com. That's WeBringYouHome.com. We'll be back in 5 minutes with more Loan Arranger Show. Bruce Woodburn, CrossCountry Mortgage. Welcome back to the Loner Ranger Show. My name is Bruce Woodburn, and I'm the Loner Ranger. I hope you're enjoying this beautiful Sunday. You know, it's such a nice time to be thinking about saving money, that maybe you're driving home from church, or you're on your way to church, or you're working in the yard, cleaning the house, all the stuff that we're doing on the weekends. It's time to think about how to save money and help somebody else make money. And I'm going to say that to you because I want to be part of the solution to helping your friends and family make money in real estate. Listen, I'm a 10th grade dropout. I'm not a financial expert. I don't have a high degree in finance. I don't even have a degree in finance. But I made a lot of money in real estate starting when I was in my 30s. And when I learned some of the things that truly can help you amass wealth in real estate, why wouldn't I want to share that with all of you? Why? I want to share that. I don't have rocket science. I don't even have something that you have to buy or subscribe to be part of some kind of program. It's not even that complicated. I have a system called my Leapfrog program that I developed on how to build a lot of money in real estate relatively easy. It's not that complicated. And I teach classes on it every other month on my wealth building class. Just go to webringyouhome.com or call me and I'll give you a consultation on how to amass wealth in real estate. So if you don't own any real estate, you're not going to make money in real estate. You got to get in the game. So this message right now is to all of you that are currently renting or know somebody that's renting. I want you to stop the car and call me and say, Bruce, my friend needs your help. My grandson needs your help. My daughter needs your help. And I will be there to help them. And I will pour into them. And I'm going to tell you something. If you want to be in that meeting, we'll do a personal meeting at my office in Winter Park on Fairbanks Avenue. You're not calling somebody, like you go ahead and call the Rocket, you call the Depot, you call any one of these places. You're getting somebody in a cubicle that doesn't care about your family. They only are told how to sell a mortgage to you. And it's a big sales pitch. How about a real consultation on learning how to maximize the purchase that you make or maximize the refinance and get the most out of it? Why not take it from somebody that's done that before and cares about it? I care about each and every one of you. 407-706-3313 or webringyouhome.com. Now, I got a quick message for you if you are in first responder, police or fire, EMT, educator, teacher, work for a school board, healthcare, nurse, work for any type of health care organization or doctor's office. Ask me about my home program, Home Ownership Made Easy. It saves you up to $2,198 off closing costs. It's a no-brainer, okay? And if you combine that with a group of real estate agents that I have vetted through the course, then you can get double that amount toward your closing costs. You just have to use one of my real estate agents that I've vetted, know the course, know how the program works, and we can get you upwards of $4,000, maybe even $4,200 toward your closing costs. That's not chopped liver. Now we combine that with a low down payment loan like FHA or VA, no money down, or USDA, no money down. Heck, man, I'm getting you in the house to next to nothing. It just doesn't. It doesn't take anything to know that that's the right thing to do. 407-706-3313 or webringyouhome.com. Choose somebody that will take care of you and offer you great service with return phone calls. Try calling your credit union at 3:30 on a Friday and say, hey, I got to get my offer in tonight because I'm up against 5 other people, and see what they tell you. You're lucky to get a phone call back by Tuesday. It's ridiculous. 407-706-3313 or webringyouhome.com. We'll be back in 5 minutes with more of the Lone Ranger Radio Show. Welcome back to the Lone Ranger Radio Show. My name is Bruce Woodburn. I'm the Lone Ranger. Thank you for tuning in to me today on WDBO. It's a beautiful Sunday, and I'm going to tell you something. It's such an honor to be part of this radio station and be able to help all you guys out there as the local Ask the Experts. I also invite you to tune into my show on Saturdays with Cleve Loveland and the Lone Ranger. That's at noon. So you can always check me out on Saturdays at noon or here on Sundays at 11 o'clock. Always there to provide that accurate information so you get no BS when it comes to buying real estate, refinancing real estate, how to get the right mortgage for you, who should buy, when we should buy, how to save money, how to negotiate. All these are things that we talk about on this radio show. I want to talk about something a little bit different right now, and I want you to write my number down, because when I'm finished with this conversation, I would hope you would be compelled to pick up the phone and give me a call and at least set up an appointment. My phone number is 407-706-3313. Write that down. Plug it into your phone, even better. The Lone Ranger or Bruce or my mortgage guy. Doesn't matter what you call me. 407-706-3313 or WeBringYouHome.com. So here's what I'm going to talk about. So it's September 26th. We're wrapping up September. By the time October hits, the year just is done. I'm just going to tell you, once Halloween hits here, it's just like a flash. The next thing you know, we're celebrating New Year's. However, I want to put something in perspective for all of you. If you're a homeowner, listen to this. If you aren't a homeowner, definitely listen to this. If you have adult children or grandchildren, this message is also for you. I could have you into a home by Christmas, no problem. And more than likely, right now, if we get the process started, it'd be easy for me to have you in a home by Thanksgiving. How would you like to own your own home by Thanksgiving? How would that feel for you if I could get you into a home by Thanksgiving? Celebrate around the Christmas turkey, okay, or whatever you eat, a ham, with your family, and go, you know what? This is mine. I'm going to tell you a story about the first house I ever owned, okay? It was in Apopka near Bear Lake. Paid $107,000 for this home. And I can remember I closed on that home, and I was in disbelief. I didn't believe that I actually owned a piece of property. But here's the thing that you get when you own a piece of property. You actually own a part of the planet. You're no longer a tenant on this planet. Is your family or your friends, are you a tenant on this planet, or do you own a piece of the planet? Because my wife looks in the backyard and she sees me back there. She goes, "What are you doing? You're kicking dirt around with your foot." I'm like, "Honey, this is my dirt. I own this piece of land all the way down to the core of the earth. I own this piece of land." And that feels really good to me. It feels like I've accomplished something. It feels like I made it. It feels like I've got some type of stake of the planet. Wouldn't you like that? Don't you want your grandchildren to have that? Don't you want your children to have that? And some of you may be listening and you're like, "Yeah, but my kids aren't responsible enough." Yes, they are. They are. The problem is they're not empowered. Here's the thing. If you're an adult parent right now, you're going to end up leaving your children or grandchildren money anyway. You're going to leave it to them. But instead of them going out and frivolously spending this on junk, which you know they would do, get them to lock it up in real estate. Get them to buy a home. Help them out with a down payment. There's ways we can do gifts. It's got to be documented, but you can give them a gift. Why not give a gift of inheritance now? And if you feel so compelled that they might not be responsible enough to be able to maintain that, then put yourself on the deed. Don't put yourself on the note. Put yourself on the deed. Don't mistake the note with the mortgage with the deed. They're all different things. Put yourself on the deed. You have ownership of the property. Nobody can refinance it, pull money out without your permission, and yet you're not responsible for the debt. It's a great idea. What a great way to pass on your legacy. Because once you're dead, you can't control where that money's spent. Yeah, you can create a trust or you can create a will, but you're not going to control it. It's going to be spent. Wouldn't it be horrible to know that your hard-earned money that you work for was frivolously spent on something so ridiculous? No, you know it would be. So protect your own investment and leave a legacy for those. I'll help you with that. And listen, you want to get your adult kids in front of me? I got no problem. No problem. All of you who know me out there and you hear me, my loyal listeners, they're like, Bruce, I didn't believe you were kind of getting firm with me on the phone. Yes, because I want to help you. I care about you. When you send your children to me, your adult children, if they get a lecture from me, it's because they needed one. They needed one. And you know what? I needed them. There were people that cared enough to go, dude, you're not doing this right. You're screwing this thing up. Don't you wish the financial person or somebody that you hired would actually do that to you or to your children if they needed it? Really, if they needed it. How about somebody that can say, no, come on, man. You don't need the Harley. You don't need the boat right now. You don't have any money in savings. You're living month to month and yet you got a boat and a Harley? What kind of smart thing is that to do? Or you got children and sooner or later they're going to need to go to college and you have no money to put them through college. How about your retirement? How much money do you have in retirement? I look at a lot of you guys and I see all your financials because that's what I do, right? And I look at that and I'm like, do you really think you're going to have enough money to retire on? And if you're not disciplined enough to max out your 401k, do an IRA, invest in stocks, invest in mutual funds, if you're not disciplined enough for that, guess what? I got the answer for you. Buy real estate. It's forced savings. And you got to live somewhere anyway. 407-706-3313. You got adult children or grandchildren? You want me to yell at them and get them straight? Turn me on to them. I'll get them straightened out. Don't you worry. You know why? I will do it, and I will show you my path. I'll show you what I did. Do you think I was always on the straight and narrow? Heck no. No way, man. I made plenty of mistakes. Like a lot of mistakes. Like too many to even talk about on the air. I'm not perfect. I'm not a financial genius. I'm not even close. But you know what I am? I know how to make money in real estate, and I know one thing. It's a guaranteed forced savings. Why not help somebody? Why not help your grandchildren or your children? 407-706-3313. I know you're out there, you're sharpening the blade to your lawnmower right now. I see you. You're in the workshop. You're tinkering with a bird cage or something like that. I don't know what you're doing. You're cleaning the floor. You can't get that spot out that Stuffy left on there a couple of weeks ago. But you know what you can do? You can change the planet. You can change the planet right now. And I know, I don't want to sound grandiose. I'm just telling you, you actually have the opportunity to change your life and to change your planet. If you own a property and you're going to end up leaving money to your kids, let's help them out with a gift. I'll protect it for you. I'll make sure that it's protected, that it's not frivolously spent. And you can watch them grow and have something to be proud of. Do you know that do you know that a homeowner, we all know the economic benefits of homeownership, right? We all know that you don't make money renting, you make money owning. Pretty simple. We all get that, right? Doesn't take a rocket science to figure that out. You want to know some other statistics? Your children are 116 times more likely to attend college if you're a homeowner. 116 times. Hey, teenage pregnancy. You have a 20% less chance of a teenage pregnancy in your household if you're a homeowner versus a renter. Now, I don't know about you, but as an adult with an 18-year-old child, even though she's 18 now, that could be devastating for my retirement if I got to now take care of another child. How many of you out there are doing that right now? Okay. How about alcohol and substance abuse issues are lower with homeowners than they are of renters? How about your children will have 9% higher math grades and 7% higher reading and English grades if you're a homeowner versus a renter? Those aren't statistics that I made up. Those are university statistics. You want to know another statistics from the Department of Labor and Statistics? That if you are a homeowner, you will stay with your employer 4 times longer than a renter. 4 times longer than a renter if you're a homeowner. Now, wake up all of you business owners out there that are listening to this show right now, because if you don't help your employees become homeowners, you're actually hurting yourself and them. You are in the way of yourself and them, because I know what it's like to recruit new people. I know how laborious it is, how painful it is to go through the interview process. Then you find somebody and then you got to keep them. Okay. And then you got everybody in your competition trying to steal your good people away from you. Why not help your people become homeowner? If you're a business owner, help your employees become homeowners. I have a program called my Employee Benefit Program where I go into corporations, and I've done some big corporations and some small corporations, where I go in and I teach your employees how to become homeowners, and they take advantage of our Employee Benefit Program. And they can get up to like $4,000 off of closing costs by using my system and an approved real estate agent. Why wouldn't you do that? They're going to stay with you longer. They're going to love you for it. And you don't even have to contribute as an employer. Some of you may. I've had employers that said, you know what? I'll chip in $1,000 into that. Maybe that's you. How important are your employees to you? If they're important to you and you want to keep them longer and you want to show them that you care about them, help them become a homeowner. What more could you do for them? What more could you do for them? It's like a bonus that keeps on giving for eternity. 407-706-3313, 407-706-3313. I'm the Lone Arranger. WeBringYouHome.com. Ask the experts. I appreciate you tuning into my radio show. As you can see, I'm very passionate about what I do here. Very passionate. Okay, I love what I do. I love helping people. I love helping people. I love helping young people. Man, if you're in your 20s and you don't own a home, buy a home in your 20s. Here's another statistic. You have a 70% greater chance on retiring as a millionaire if you buy a home in your 20s. 70% greater chance. Because once you're in real estate, you stay in real estate. Nobody goes and buys a home and then turns around and rents unless you had a catastrophic problem and you just couldn't buy anymore, right? And that can happen, but then we help you get out of that and back into ownership again so you make money. 407-706-3313. Send your family over to me. Let me help them. Let's get these folks on the straight and narrow. Let me help you with your refinance if you hadn't refinanced yet. Hey, you might be one of the 81% that should refinance that hadn't refinanced yet. All you got to do is go to WeBringYouHome.com. Write that down, man. It's super easy. WeBringYouHome.com. That's my website. It's easy. Go there. Apply online. Let's get you into a house. Let's refi. Let's purchase. But let's start getting into the market and saving money right now today. My team will be there to help you. I return calls on Mondays. Going to be taking a little bit of time away with the family, so my team's going to cater to you while I'm out, and then they'll set an appointment for you to meet with me when I get back. But I want you to pick up the phone and help somebody. If you're not helping yourself, let's help somebody. Let's help them. Let's stop letting these family members get in their own way. And let's get them into a position where they can start realizing what life's all about and quit being a tenant on this planet and be an owner of the planet. Isn't that horrible to be a tenant on the planet? You're just a renter. You're not even permanent. An alien could snatch you up and take you away. You don't own anything here. And believe me, your Harley and your George Foreman grill don't count. Okay? Let's get a piece of the land. Anchor in, baby. Anchor in. You own a piece of dirt. You got a foundation. You even got a shed in the back. All right? I mean, how much better is it than that? 407-706-3313. 407-706-3313. I'm the Lone Ranger, or WeBringYouHome.com. We'll be back in 5 minutes with more of the Lone Ranger radio show. Bruce Woodburn, CrossCountry. Welcome back to the last segment of the Lone Ranger radio show with Bruce Woodburn, CrossCountry Mortgage, the Lone Ranger. What a beautiful Sunday. Thanks for tuning into my show. I know you're working hard around the yard. This is a great day to catch up on yard work, clean it up, fixing things around the house. Maybe it's a time for you to go enjoy your fellowship with your friends at church and really just dial in on what it takes to be a good American and a good person. And if you're out listening to me right now, I want you to know that you can count on me and you can count on my team to make sure you always get good, sound advice. Good, sound advice for you and your family when it comes to purchasing or refinancing a home. Who else can you trust? I mean, can you trust the TV commercials? That's like saying I trust the information I'm getting on the internet. Okay? Here's what you can trust. Trust comes with proof. It's how you actually perform. It's what you do. So if you really, truly want to determine whether you can trust somebody, then get to know that person and know what their actions are like. Because your words can speak loud, but your actions are much louder. So who do you know right now on the interweb that you can call that you can truly trust? Can you call a Rocket? Can you call a Depot? Can you call an RP? Who are you going to call that you can stop in their office and say, you know what, I want to get to know you. I want to know that my family is in good hands with you. That's what you can do with me. Because those other people you can't call. You can't call the owner of any of those companies and have an appointment with them. They don't do that. Why do I do that? You know why I do that? Because I got into this business because I was passionate about saving people money and helping them amass wealth. If that's you, then choose me. If you just don't care and you think that it doesn't matter who you go with and you want to spread your money into a national hedge fund, then that's fine. You can do that as well. We all have our choices to make. That's not me. I'm a local business person that works hard for his money. I mean, come on, it's Sunday. I did the show with Cleve yesterday on Saturday. I work all week long. I work hard because I'm passionate about what I'm doing and how I can help save you money. 407-706-3313. 407-706-3313 or WeBringYouHome.com. If you're currently renting, you owe it to yourself to give me a call. Let me help you get out of renting. I can have you into a home by Thanksgiving, no problem. If you call me today, I'll have you into a home by Thanksgiving. And here's the thing. Almost all of you will qualify. There's only three things you have to qualify for mortgage. You have to have the credit, you have to have the income, and you have to have the asset. So let's start with the asset. Got to have a little cash to close, okay? Got to have a little bit of money. But look you can call grandma or grandpa. You can borrow from your 401k, all right? Or you can use your savings to get into a home. It's better than renting, but there's a way you can come up with the asset. The income. I can't control your income, and you may not be able to completely control your income, but you can control your debt because so many people are overextended on debt, and that's really what's getting in their way. Do you know there's new guidelines on student loan payments so that they've reduced from 1% that a lender has to count to 0.5% in many cases? Call my team. They're very familiar with all the updated guidelines that might help you qualify for a house. So the last is credit. Okay, listen, for many of you, credit is going to be super important because your credit actually determines your interest rate. The lender doesn't determine your interest rate. Your credit is what determines your interest rate. But on my FHA loans, which are a first-time home buyer program, beautiful loan, minimum down 3.5%, allow you to have very marginal credit. So I'll get you into a home, FHA, will refinance it when your credit improves at a different date. And now I got you into a home. It's incredible. You can do it. 407-706-3313 or WeBringYouHome.com. That's WeBringYouHome.com or 407-706-3313.